Winning a game in the NFL on any given Sunday is hard enough, and putting together a winning season is even more difficult. But if you're an AFC team trying to get to the Super Bowl, it's truly a case of jumping out of the frying pan and into the fire. Welcome to Red Zone Rush, and in today's video, we're going to take a look at all the factors that make winning the AFC and getting to the Super Bowl nearly impossible. If you enjoyed today's video, smash the like and subscribe button for more great content. Let's get into it. Factor number 1, talented quarterbacks. It's no secret that the NFL is a quarterback-driven league, but having a decent signal caller who can manage the game and avoid mistakes just isn't enough anymore. Teams who truly want to compete for the playoffs and beyond have to have a superstar quarterback, and the AFC is chock full of them. Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, and Josh Allen are the top 3 quarterbacks in the conference, and how their teams have played proves that. Mahomes has led Kansas City to 2 Super Bowl wins, with more definitely in his future. Josh Allen has led Buffalo to 4 straight playoff appearances and back-to-back AFC East titles. And Joe Burrow not only led Cincinnati to back-to-back AFC North titles, he led them to their 3rd Super Bowl appearance in franchise history. But even below them, several of the other teams in the conference have superstar quarterbacks as well. Russell Wilson's in Denver, Justin Herbert's with the LA Chargers, Lamar Jackson stayed in Baltimore, and Deshaun Watson is gearing up for his first full season in Cleveland. And last but definitely not least, the Jets made perhaps the biggest splash this offseason by trading for 4-time MVP Aaron Rodgers. The AFC is loaded with talented quarterbacks from top to bottom. Now imagine facing several of these guys not only once or twice in the regular season, but in the playoffs as well. A stout defense is key to getting to the Super Bowl and winning it all, but teams who don't have the horsepower to compete at this level are toast when going up against the AFC's top gunslingers. But along with facing the NFL's most talented quarterbacks, another massive obstacle stands in the way of any team hoping to make it out of the AFC: the schedule. Which brings us to factor number 2, scheduling. A team's overall talent is obviously a big factor in whether they can truly compete for and win Super Bowls. But a favorable schedule also plays a part in deciding who ends up playing in early February. Division champions and playoff teams from the previous season typically play the toughest teams, while the NFL throws a bone to cellar dwellers. Some of the AFC's toughest schedules for 2023 include the Patriots, Dolphins, and Bills, with teams like the Texans, Titans, and Colts each having schedules that could help them make a lot of noise if they take advantage of it. Even though Bill Belichick is a master strategist, he still hasn't figured out life after Tom Brady, and he won't have much downtime to fix it in 2023 either. Right out of the gate, the Patriots are challenged by the defending NFC champion Eagles in Week 1. In addition to that, every game against their fellow AFC East teams in the Bills, Dolphins, and Jets will be slobber knockers. Round out the schedule with games later in the season against the Giants, Steelers, and Chiefs, and Pats fans will soon find out what Murderers Row really means. Miami doesn't have it much easier. They'll have a brutal early 2-game stretch on the road to open the season at Jacksonville and in LA against the Chargers. They'll also have division games peppered throughout the schedule both early and late, and 2 late season games against the Cowboys and Ravens before wrapping up the season against the Bills at home on January 7th. The Bills have been Super Bowl contenders for a few years now, but the entire nation will get to see what Sean McDermott has done to get them closer to the Lombardi Trophy, especially in Week 1 on Monday Night Football against the Jets in East Rutherford. Along with the usual black and blue divisional games, the Bills have a brutal backloaded schedule that includes road games against the Bengals, Eagles, Chiefs, and Chargers in the second half of the season. 5 of their final 8 games of the season are on the road too. The only rest the Bills will get during that stretch will be a bye week after Thanksgiving. On the other side of the spectrum, the Colts, Texans, and Titans each have schedules that every other team in the conference would kill to have. Indy starts the year at home with a tough game against the Jaguars, but if they get off to a good start, they have a series of winnable games against the Rams, Titans, and Browns in the middle of the season. Later on, the Colts play the Panthers and Buccaneers before ending the season with a very friendly 3-game stretch against the Falcons, Raiders, and Texans. If rookie quarterback Anthony Richardson has a solid season and Indianapolis takes several steps forward, there's no reason they can't show marked improvement on last year's 4-win season. For as bad as the Titans were last year at 7-10, they were only 2 games behind the AFC South champion Jaguars. added an easy schedule for 2023, and head coach Mike Vrabel has to be excited about his team's chances to do big things. Tennessee faces another team that went 7-10 last year to start the season in New Orleans. If they can weather tough games against the Chargers, Bengals, Ravens, and Steelers, Tennessee has a chance to stay in the race for the AFC South and the playoffs. If the Titans have a great season, the last game of the year against the Jaguars at home could be for the division title or a wild card berth. It's hard to tell where Houston will be in 2023, since they're coming off an awful 3-13-1 season. They're definitely in full rebuilding mode with a rookie quarterback in CJ Stroud. But if they surprise a few teams this season, they'll definitely accelerate the process back to respectability. Houston could compete with everyone in the NFC South on their schedule, along with the Browns, Cardinals, and Broncos. While the Texans obviously want to improve their 3-win total from last season, they're playing with house money in 2023. They're not expected to do much, but could surprise unsuspecting teams as a tricky and dangerous trap game. Number 3, playoff path. It's only half the battle to make the playoffs in the AFC this season. Once teams are there, they'll likely face off against several of the quarterbacks we've already mentioned. Not only that, the road to the AFC Championship will still go through Kansas City and Cincinnati. The best teams will also be fighting for the number 1 seed harder than ever. Being named the top seed in the conference not only guarantees home field advantage throughout the playoffs, but perhaps more importantly, it also guarantees a bye week that enables teams to rest up. Extra rest is critical, especially since an already grueling NFL season is a week longer with a 17th game. Even if a team is talented enough to knock off the AFC's best and tough enough to withstand the rigors of a brutal season, they still need to execute their game plan to near perfection if they want a chance to represent the conference in the Super Bowl. This is where the established teams like the Chiefs, Bengals, and Bills have the best chance to succeed. But the old saying always rings true, especially when it comes to playoff football. Anybody can win on any given Sunday. Underdog teams who make the playoffs but aren't expected to do much often take this mentality to heart. This adds even more excitement to the playoffs and makes predicting who's going to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl even more difficult. No matter if a team is the top seed or the 7th seed who just snuck in on the final week of the season, everyone is hungry, playing well, and mostly healthy if they make the playoffs. AFC Championship picks. But even if the AFC is incredibly difficult to win, someone has to make it out. While it's way too early to crown an AFC Championship favorite this early, the nod has to go to Kansas City. They're led by a future Hall of Famer quarterback in Patrick Mahomes, and have been the only team in the conference to consistently get to the big game, since Tom Brady and the New England Patriots did it several times during their dynasty. Behind the Chiefs, the Bengals are hungry to make it back to the big game since barely losing to Matthew Stafford and the Rams in Super Bowl 56. But the biggest obstacles to Cincinnati making a return trip lie with their defense and Joe Burrow. The Bengals tried to shore up their defense, and especially their secondary in the offseason. Losing both Von Bell and Jesse Bates hurts. Not only that, Joe Burrow suffered a scary sprain in practice that looked far worse than it was. If Burrow is healthy and playing like his old self, and the secondary plays better than expected, the Bengals will likely win the AFC North for a 3rd straight season, and Cincinnati could compete for big things beyond that. As for the Bills, they have all the pieces around Josh Allen to compete for and win a Super Bowl championship. It's just a matter of knocking off the Chiefs and Bengals to get over the hump. Although to Bills fans, the climb to the AFC Championship has to look like Mount Everest by now. What do you think? Are one of these 3 teams going to win the AFC Championship in 2023? Or will a dark horse swoop in, shock the football world, punch their ticket to Super Bowl 58 in Paradise, Nevada? Let us know in the comments, and as always, if you've enjoyed today's video, smash the like and subscribe button for more great content. From all of us here at Red Zone Rush, thanks for watching.